Hi Leo, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm here doing your October mid-month love reading. So this is for anyone who is Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We're calling in your angels and guides of highest vibrations of love and light. So we don't want to talk to anybody else. So Leo, what is going on with you for the rest of October in love? This is good. Let's see what kind of energy you have around you in October, Leo. Ooh. Okay, Leo. The first thing that I'm noticing is the big picture, and the big picture is about wishes being granted. So that's what I was oohing about. I like to see that, but let's talk about that. The big picture is about wishes being granted. Are they being granted? Your higher self is talking about how you're speaking about the wishes that you're making and how you're self-talking those things into reality. So and you know, this is a page, so it's like your baby talking this. It's almost like you're saying, yeah, I want this. This is an idea. This is something that I'm like thinking about, instead of actually like voicing it and really saying to the universe, this is it. This is what I want. That also means you have to figure out what it is that you want. You've got to be really clear about it in order to speak about it in that way. So it's like you're just getting started almost in speaking about some of these wishes that you're wanting to make, or they're evolving and you're needing to speak about them differently to yourself and outwardly. And what's interesting too is that there's resistance to standing in your truth about it. There's resistance to standing in your power, the culmination of all of the queens. This is also about trusting your intuition. What if I wish for something and it's not the right thing for me? Then you can let it evolve and you can wish for something different. You can tweak it. You don't have to worry about that. Just wish for the thing that you're desiring, wish for the thing that you're wanting. Your angels and guides are talking about this creating some conflict. What is it that you want that's creating conflict? Well, wishing for this night somehow is quite a burden, or it's quite stressful, or it's putting some strain. It's putting some strain, I feel like, on other people. But also, wishing for a knight rather than wishing for a king could definitely cause some stress and some strain, and taking on responsibilities that are not your own. It's almost like, is he evolved enough to take on responsibilities? As many. It's like you're taking on responsibilities for both of you. There's some stress and there's some strain there. And I even want to say upheaval, but there's an imbalance in taking on responsibility of a relationship. The heart of the situation is talking about, yeah, this is definitely having to do with wishes being granted, because here we have not being able to, it's like you're not giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, or you're not giving yourself as much credit as you deserve. And then here, that's depleting you. It's depleting you. Oh, I get it. It depletes you to settle. And I feel like a knight is settling somehow. That does not mean necessarily a younger person. It can mean a younger person, but it can also mean a mentality that is younger. You could get a knight, a younger person whose mentality is a king, but this is settling for an unevolved person. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just not as maybe emotionally mature. Actually, I want to say emotionally secure. as you are. So there's an imbalance and it causes strife somehow. Release the idea that you're not going to find this king. I like that. Release the idea that you're not going to find this king. This king is totally, first of all, the King of Pentacles is marriage material. It's, or long, healthy, good, solid relationship type material, not just kind of flitting in and out of love type of thing. This is a grounded person. It's a person who's in it for the long haul, is interested in relationship and connection and not just fun and excitement and then on to the next thing. They're wanting to ground into something solid and they're emotionally evolved. Okay. Also, they have emotional stability, but they also have material stability. So there's not stress and strain in that area either. So release the idea that that's not going to come in if that is the reason why you are settling. Happening now and into the near future, for me, this Devil card reversed is saying, okay, I'm recognizing my ways that are not serving me. I'm recognizing ways that, themes and patterns that aren't working for me, even if they were in the past, they're not working for me anymore. And I'm moving forward away from that. This is some self-reflection time. This is some inward self-reflection time. Yeah, and I can hear somebody saying, I'm in it for the long haul too. Like talking to their King of Pentacles. Yeah, and then somebody saying, this has been a long time coming. This has been the long haul, which is funny. Okay, so in the past, it's like, okay, I have met my match before in the past, or I have had reflective relationships in the past. And then in the present, here we have keeping some things inside. That's part of that reevaluation, but it's also part of not settling and rite of passage moving forward into the future from something in the past that wasn't working. So it looks like, yeah, you're signaling to yourself somehow that this is a timestamp. This is a bookmark that you're moving forward into. I need to know more about this particular card because here's your trajectory. And your trajectory, actually what I think is this is stuff that you're not taking into the future. So the things that you're moving away from is stuff that you're not taking into the future with you, which I really like. Okay. And this is also talking about not just hopeful, oh, I get it, not just hopeful thinking, not just wishful thinking, but say what it is that you mean, say what you want. And that's when the wishes come in. So not just wishful thinking and hoping. I know a lot of people are a little superstitious and it's like they're afraid to say what it is because if they say it out loud, then it won't come true or something like that. This is not the case. This is more like say very clearly what you want. That doesn't mean say it to everybody. It means say it to you, self-speak it to you, write it in your journal, put it out into the universe, but have clear thoughts about what it is that you're wanting. Okay, so I want to know more about your trajectory here. Leo. Right, you're like, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep it to myself. I'm incubating. I'm not even sure what it is that I want to ask for just yet. If I just don't say anything at all, maybe the universe will just bring me what I want. I will say this, the universe will bring you what you are saying yes to, whatever that is. So if you are settling, if you are in the actual, you are settling right this moment and you know it and you haven't released this thing from the past yet, the universe is going to give you more of what you are settling for. So you talk to the universe by your actions, what you say yes to and what you say no to. You don't necessarily have to speak it. Speaking your truth is actually doing your truth also. So if you're keeping stuff to yourself and you're staying stuck in settling, you are still telling the universe that that's okay. Just keep that in mind. I want to look at your advice. Your advice is like, check out the times when you have self-sabotaged. Check out the times you've asked for things that you haven't wanted, but you received those. Check out the times when you asked for something, but you didn't receive it. And this is all about self-inquiry. what was I really asking for and why did I receive it that way? Or how did I self-sabotage and not ask for what I wanted, so I got garbled wishes met? Yeah. And ultimately, this is you coming from this place of seeing things from an old-fashioned way or an old way that doesn't serve you, and coming forward into the future. It's about changing your story, changing your beliefs. This might have been true in the past, but it's no longer true going forward. Or you don't want it to be true, so you change your story. It's like, I can't go on believing this anymore. I have to believe something different, because believing that, you know, all guys are bad, you're going to find a bunch of guys that don't resonate with what you want. Stuff like that. Those false beliefs. Not necessarily untrue with your experience, maybe, but not true of the entire universe. So focus on what it is that you want rather than focusing on what you don't want, right? Okay. I'm going to ask your higher self what else is going on. Right. This is like on to the next. I know there's a big chunk out of my card that was done by a puppy dog. I'm forgiving about it because it's kind of sweet. But 10 of Cups reversed for me, your higher self is saying, you need to move forward. What's next? What's next? I received all the information that I needed to receive so far, and now I need to move on to the next big thing for me. That's what's going on there, Leo. This is all about relationships. Asking what it is that you want. Yeah, and here you are, being the Queen of Wands. That is definitely a Leo card. And this is also wielding your energy. You have lots of energy, and you have energy to wield and get what you want. Yeah. And you have some kind of a block. Let's look at that block. What's the block? Something having to do with what other people think, what other people are thinking. The best thing you could possibly do is make sure that you're asking for what it is you want rather than what it is other people want for you, even if they love you. Okay, I am going to pull a romance card for you, Leo. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. If that's what you're wanting to wish for, Leo, then wish for it. That sounds perfect. I'm actually going to pulling a goddess card. What do your angels and guides want to tell you? And this is Anya. Adaptability. Wow, and it's number 1. So Anya and adaptability. Number 1 is all about a new journey and a new path and a new wish. I would definitely say that's adapting to asking for what you want in a new way, talking to yourself in a new way, using words in a new way, doing some experimentation with words and asking for what it is that you want, Leo. Okay, keep me posted. Let me know how this resonated, and I will talk to you soon. Looking forward to your November Tarotscope. Bye-bye.